Today we're going to talk about the different modes of communication between the product team and their customers during a research or validation program like a beta program. So if we think about the different modes of communications, you have three main modes of communication. One is one-to-one, so basically the customer reaching out to the product team or vice versa. The second one is one-to-many, so the product team reaching out to all of the testers or a group of them. And the third one is many-to-many, where all of the testers are conversing in a community-like or a forum-like fashion. So let's see how Stomio can help in all three modes of communications. The first mode of communication, I have 29 private messages or tickets that are issued between myself and my testers, and these are individual conversations. So I can click on one of them. I see that here is a conversation that I had with Jefferson, and there's a history that I can track. They can share pictures, videos, or whatnot. I can see all of the history. I can see internal comments that I made for my teammates in the program. This is a one-to-one conversation between my customer or my tester and myself. Now, if I want to proactively reach out to somebody else on this beta program, I can simply just go to create a new message, select that person that I want to communicate with, type a title for the message that I want, and then type a description for the message I want and submit it, and that will start a chat. So that's an example. Here's an example on a chat that I started with an individual that says, like, I'm following up on your feedback. So I was just curious about why they gave that feedback on something that I expected them to say yes, and they said no. And if that conversation turned out to be something that's an issue or something that I need to track as a ticket, I can just simply click on convert to a ticket and I will track it as an individual ticket. So that's one-on-one conversation. This is my customers reaching out to me as a product person in a ticket, or myself reaching out to them as a chat, and maybe that converts into a ticket. Now let's see the second mode of communication, which is one-to-many. So I want to announce something, and that goes to announcements. So here I can select whom I want to announce to. So it could be all of my testers in this beta program. It goes as a broadcast to everybody. Or I can select individuals, so I can pick certain people, and then, or I can use the tags in order to send a message to a certain group based on their tags. Or I can mix and match. I can combine everything together. So that could be a message that I want to say I want to follow up on something, or I want to announce a new piece of software update that we have that addresses an issue that they've had before, and I hit send. So here's a history of all the messages that I sent or announcements I sent in the past, and you can see each one of them can have, you can see whom the message was sent to. So this one was sent to only 3 people, and whom opened that message, whether via email or inside of Stomio. On an announcement that I sent to everybody in the beta program that went to all 24 testers, and I can see whom opened that announcement, whether it's in app or in email. So that's the second mode of communication, which is one-to-many. So now let's talk about the third mode of communication, which is many-to-many. So going back here to my comms page, I can see that I have 2 toggles. One is private and the other one is public. So here in a public ticket, it's basically a ticket that is shared with everybody in the beta program. So I can click on it. I can see that this is a conversation or a ticket that was reported by one of my customers. And this is a piece of information, or I think this is an issue that can be helpful for the entire community of my beta testers or my customers. So I replied to that person, answering their question, telling that, hey, we have a new firmware update that addresses this issue. And I thought that's going to be a new, an important piece of information that everybody should know about. So I converted it to a public ticket. So this way, you can see how that process works. So let's say I have, one ticket here that says, I can't find my product label, right? So this is a comment that I don't need, so I can just delete it. This is also another comment I don't need, I can just delete it. So you can see that this is something that I can maybe convert to a public ticket. So I can say, okay, I want to convert it to a public. So now you can see I have notification that changed the privacy from private to public. And this is an issue of somebody who got stuck with it, right? So I can allow responses, or I can turn off or turn on responses for the rest of the team members. So if I turn on responses, you can see it goes back into the public tab. I can click on it. Now everybody in my beta community can see this ticket. They can comment on it, they can follow it, they can upvote it, and I see all of that interaction here. So these are the three modes of communication that we covered and how it can be done in Stomio. So you can do one-to-one from testers to product team, and vice versa. You can do one-to-many from the product team to all of your testers or a subset of them. And I can do many-to-many where I can convert any ticket that was a private ticket into a public ticket and have everyone on the in the beta community join in the conversation, comment on it, and see helping each other out in that regard. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more videos in the future.